Hello and welcome back to Everything Boats with Captain Frank Lanier, where we discuss boats and boating, from maintenance and repairs to seamanship and safety, as well as everything in between. This podcast is a companion to my YouTube channel of the same name, so if you like and find it useful, be sure to subscribe and please check out my YouTube channel as well, where you'll find hundreds of informative videos on pretty much every boating topic imaginable. So today's podcast is based on a segment of my YouTube channel called Ask Captain Frank. And this is where I take questions from my YouTube channel viewers, customers of my marine survey business, or just people randomly calling me up trying to get me to answer shit for free. Today's question involves a potential client who's looking to buy a sailboat, mid-sized sailboat, 40, 35 foot or whatever it is. And he asked me a question via email, and actually it's a 2-for-1 today. So you're lucky you got a 2-for-1 question. The first question he had was, or his statement was, I have a survey report from the boat that was previously conducted 2 years ago, and I'd like for you to just kind of follow up behind it and see if he missed anything. But I'm going to primarily use the marine survey report that the owner has provided from 2 years ago. The second part of the question was, he said the owner has recently hauled the boat about 6 months ago. He rehauled the boat, painted the bottom and all that stuff. So he doesn't feel that the boat needs to be hauled for inspection for his survey. So he's asking me, what I'd like to do is, essentially, I'd like to use this 2-year-old marine survey and use this kind of supplement it. And the second part of it was, I would like to have an in-water inspection for this pre-purchase condition and value survey. So what we're going to do is explain why you shouldn't be doing either one of those. Well, let's start with the first question. You've got a 2-year-old survey, and you want to use that as your primary tool or instrument to help you decide whether you want to buy this boat or not. Well, I'm going to tell you why that's bad. 2 years, that's like dinosaur years when you're talking marine surveys. A marine survey is conducted on a boat, and it references the condition of that boat on a specific day and time, okay, or a specific date, right? The condition of that boat on that specific date, the marine survey comes out, checks it out. This is his report. This is the findings, or these are the findings and recommendations that he makes based on the condition of the boat on that particular date. So much can happen to a boat after, even a week, right? So now 2 years, you're going to be using a 2-year-old survey to try and help you determine whether you need to purchase this boat or not. It is a false economy, right? The other side of the coin is that most marine survey reports are addressed to a specific individual and to that individual only. And most of them will have verbiage in there saying that, they're non-transferable. So if you have a marine survey report that was done, a week or 2 years or 10 years ago, and you're going to use that as your primary document to purchase this boat, what you're going to find is, let's say you're going to try to use it for insurance purposes or to help finance your boat purchase for with the bank. Either the underwriter or the bank are going to look at that survey, and typically they're going to say, you know what, not only is it old, but it's made out to somebody else, and they won't let you use, a survey that's a report that's, written for somebody, and it says right on the report, it's non-transferable, and this is for a specific person. So now let's talk a little bit about the in-water inspection that the potential client wants. And I have to explain to them, you don't just, I'm not here to crush anybody's dreams, right? I'm just trying to make sure that everybody knows what they're getting into. So along those lines, if you want an in-water inspection, what that does is it limits what I can expect. If you don't haul the boat, then I can't inspect the hull and the running gear. Two big factors in, your decision on whether you're going to buy this boat or not. So what I told him is that it's company policy, and it is, for any pre-purchase stuff, pre-purchase condition and value surveys on a boat. My company policy is, unless the boat is hauled for inspection, that I don't do it. And the reason I don't do it is not because I'm trying to be a tool, but because it is doing a disservice to the client. If you buy a boat and you don't inspect it and inspect the hull and the running gear, it's a disservice to you as the client, because there's so much that can be wrong below the waterline. So again, my policy is, the boat has to be hauled for inspection for a pre-purchase stuff. Now, the only time you might be able to get by with an in-water survey is if let's say you're doing an insurance survey. You've owned the boat, a number of years. You've had your policy with your underwriter a number of years,
and they are asking you to, let's say we got to do a survey, and they may let you do an in-water survey, which is fine. If that's what they accept, then that's fine, and you can do that. So you do an in-water survey. But for pre-purchase stuff, you never want to buy a boat. It's like buying a car and not opening up the hood or getting inside, right? You don't want to have any area that could hide any potential problems that can come back to bite you later on.
I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And if so, and you want to buy Captain Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the support link in the text description below. All monies received, not spent on coffee, will go towards making even more awesome podcasts for my channel. And as always, thank you for your support.